So you're trying to lose the last 10 pounds and it is so difficult. When you first started your weight loss journey, it was super easy to start seeing weight change on the scale every single day. You would lose some weight, especially if you're starting at a place where you have a lot of excess weight to lose. And today we're going to talk about why those last 10 pounds are so hard to lose. If you're new to my channel, my name is Vanessa. I'm a certified personal trainer and a nutritional consultant. I lost over 80 pounds through diet and exercise, and now I help others do the same. So the reason why weight loss seems super easy at the beginning, or the reason why you get pretty fast results at the beginning, is because your body is, yes, it's releasing excess water that you've been holding on to. It's releasing inflammation and bloating. So it's not like it's a bad thing to lose water and inflammation when you first start losing weight. These are fluids that your body is holding on to. So it definitely does need to be lost. So it's a good thing, because I know sometimes people poo-poo on you if you say, hey, yeah, like I lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks. They say, oh, well, that's just water weight. Well, so what if it's just water weight? It was something that your body was holding on to that you no longer need to hold on to. So it is a big deal to lose water weight. You are moving in the right direction. The reason why it is so difficult to lose those last 10 pounds is because now that's pure fat to lose. And that is so much harder. So you think that you want to have these like treat meals every week or a couple times a week, or you're going to have a couple glasses of wine at dinner, or maybe you're going to like skip out on your cardio session. Well, you can't. The last 10 pounds you have to be on. You have to be completely disciplined and focused on the goal weight that you are going for. And this is what makes those last 10 pounds so difficult. It's not about the number on the scale. It's about your body fat percentage. So you want to be losing body fat percentage while increasing muscle. This is the best place that you want to be in. During these last 10 pounds, the scale moves slower and your motivation is probably gonna dip down, and you might actually end up putting more stress on your body if you're so hyper focused on these last 10 pounds that you might start gaining weight. What actually might work better is once you hit a certain weight lost, is just kind of chill there for a bit. Just be happy with your progress. Be happy that you lost those 20, 30, 40 pounds, and be in maintenance there for a little bit, maybe a few months, maybe longer, and then go back at it with the intention of losing an additional weight. So when you're at that point, when you have those last 10 pounds to lose, your body becomes more protective and it holds onto your energy a lot more. Your body is also going to start burning fewer calories at rest. So that's why it's really important to build more muscle, because the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn. And what I mentioned earlier, the margin for error gets smaller. So at the beginning, any type of change is going to make a difference, right? If you are someone who drank 10 Coca-Colas a day and now you scaled that back to a few Diet Cokes a day, you're going to see a huge difference on the scale. Then your body is going to adapt. And now that, because it already adapted to that change, you have to dig even deeper to get more change out of your body. So this is why being consistent really, really matters if you're serious about those last 10 pounds. It is so difficult because your body just wants to hold on to what is there because it has adapted and it feels comfortable there. So let's talk about it a little bit more. Your body is playing defense now. At the start of weight loss, you get quick wins that I just explained. Water weight drops, your health improves. But once you're leaner, the margin for error gets tighter. Your body will burn fewer calories, get more sensitive to stress, and hold on to energy a little more tightly. It's just your body doing its biological things. It's essentially your body protecting you. So in the beginning, almost anything works in a weight loss journey if you're just getting started, right? Getting more steps in, watching your portions, eating more vegetables, switching from Coca-Cola to Diet Coke, all of these things, they're gonna help you lose weight. But when you're close to that goal weight of yours, that margin for error, it really gets smaller. So little things that maybe didn't matter before at the beginning of your journey really start to matter now. So maybe you were doing, 2 tablespoons of olive oil on your salad, and maybe that now needs to be reduced to 1 tablespoon. Maybe you were eating 2 slices of bread with lunch and maybe now you need to have one slice of bread. So it's a matter of weighing out your portions, not taking extra bites here and there and taste testing and, oh, I did all this work and I lost 80 pounds and I have 10 more pounds to go, but I'm just going to have a little bit of try that piece of cake over here, and then I'm gonna taste those spaghetti and meatballs over here. And oh, are you making Rice Krispie treats? Okay, yeah, I'll just have a little bite. It's okay. All of those things add up, and this is what is stalling progress. And poor sleep. Poor sleep is probably the number one thing that keeps fat on our bodies. So definitely getting your sleep hygiene under wraps is very important. That could look like wearing a sleep mask, listening to white noise, doing a meditation. It could look like taking certain supplements to help you fall asleep and stay asleep. Also, another thing, don't drink water too close to bedtime because that's going to interrupt your sleep if you have to get up to go to the bathroom. So let's think about stress. So if it's just 10 more pounds that you need to lose, you're adding a lot of pressure onto yourself, and more stress, more cortisol, more holding on to fat. So not only will it hold on to fat, it will increase your water retention. It will disrupt your sleep, waking you up at 2 in the morning, then can't fall back asleep. It's going to increase your cravings. So it's going to be even harder to stay on track if you're craving, the sweet food or the salty food. And ultimately, it could be pretty discouraging because it's going to make those last 10 pounds feel impossible to get to. So what do some people do? They will eat less and they will train harder. However, this is just going to stress out your body. You're not doing yourself anything good by this philosophy. And if you're not eating enough, chronic undereating is going to slow down your metabolism. You're not going to get those gains that you're working for in the gym, so your muscle won't be able to rebuild properly. It's going to increase your fatigue, so probably during the day you're going to feel like a zombie. Probably your hormones will be all out of whack. So sometimes the breakthrough comes from eating more, especially protein and balanced meals, and not cutting these things out. Also, don't 100% rely on the scale to tell you the full story. The scale doesn't show you how strong you are. The scale doesn't show you how much muscle you've built. The scale doesn't show you how much more energized you are. The scale doesn't show you if your digestion is good, and the scale doesn't show you how well you're sleeping. Look at those factors, kind of like pillars of health, to track progress as well. And then, of course, we beat ourselves up. Maybe we've been plateaued for quite some time and we think, well, why isn't the scale moving? I'm doing everything. I'm doing hard workouts. I'm eating clean. And now we're just adding further stress on our bodies when we are beating ourselves up. Sometimes you can get stuck in thinking, well, maybe, this is where my body is meant to be. Why can't I pass that threshold? What's wrong? What's happening? And then it's like you just want to flush the whole thing down the toilet and you figure like, well, what's the point? So what actually helps? So the last 10 pounds, it requires a smarter approach. So I would definitely take a relax on the things that you were doing if you feel very stressed out in getting to that last 10-pound goal. So I want you to eat enough protein. I want you to eat 1 gram. If you're strength training 3 times a week, if you're lifting heavy, I want you to eat 1 gram of protein per pound of goal weight. So my goal weight is about 160 pounds. So I'm aiming to eat 160 grams of protein in my day. I want you to think of balanced meals instead of slashing calories. So I want you to have beautiful serving of protein, beautiful serving of vegetables, a healthy fat. I want you to get a little bit of starches in there as well. Carbs aren't bad. We need them for energy. And then fruit. Manage your stress, sleep well, strength training 3 times a week, and getting in your steps. Staying consistent really matters here because progress slows down for these last 10 pounds. I don't want you doing anything ridiculous like taking fat burners or, jumping on some medication. The slower it is to get to your goal, the more sustainable that's going to be for you long term. So essentially, your body is adapting. So stick with it, stay healthy, keep active, and you know what? Don't focus too much on the scale. Just focus on how you're feeling, how things are going. And if you need assistance, reach out to a coach. They'll set you up. They'll help you with macros. They'll motivate you. It's not always about pushing harder, okay? It's about training smarter and eating smart for your body. I hope this video was helpful. And if you watched it to here, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll have more content like this coming up. Bye.